Hare Krishna. Continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 5. Still on Lord Rishabhdeva's teachings to his 100 sons. Text 17. Kashtam swayam tad abhigyo vipaschid. Kashtam swayam tad abhigyo vipaschid. Avidyayam antare varatamanam. Avidyayam antare vartamanam. Drishtva punastam sagrina kududim. Drishtva punastam sagrina kubudim. Payodayet utpatagam tatandam. Payodayet utpatagam tatandam. Kastam swayam tad abhigyo vipaschid. Avidyayam antare vartamanam. Drishtva punastam sagrina kubudim. Payojayet udpatagram tatandam. Kaha. Who is that person? Tam. Him. Swayam. Personally. Tat abhigya. Knowing spiritual knowledge. Vipaschit. A learned scholar. Avidyayam. Antare. In ignorance. Vartamanam. Existing. Drishtva. Seeing. Punaha. Again. Tam. Him. Sagrinaha. Very merciful. Kubuddhim. Who is addicted to the path of samsara. Payojayet. Will engage. Utpata Gam. Who is proceeding on the wrong path. Jata. Like. And dumb. A blind man. Translation. If someone is ignorant and addicted to the path of samsara, how can one who is actually learned, merciful, and advanced in spiritual knowledge engage him in fruitive activity and thus further entangle him in material existence? If a blind man is walking down the wrong path, how can a gentleman allow him to continue on his way to danger? How can he approve this method? No wise or kind man can allow this. Text 18. Guru na sashat, sajano na sashat. Pita na sashat, janani sana sashat. Daivam na tanshan na patischaya san. Namo chayerja samupetam ritum. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. One who cannot deliver his dependents from the path of repeated birth and death should never become a spiritual master, a father, a husband, a mother, or a worshipable demigod. Please repeat. One who cannot deliver his dependents from the path of repeated birth and death should never become a spiritual master, a father, a husband, a mother, or a worshipable demigod. Purport. There are many spiritual masters, but Rishabdev advises that one should not become a spiritual master if he is unable to save his disciple from the path of birth and death. Unless one is a pure devotee of Krishna, he cannot save himself from the path of repeated death, birth and death. Takta diham punara janma naitimam iti sorajuna. One can stop birth and death only by returning home back to Godhead. However, one who can go back to Godhead unless he understands the Supreme Lord in truth? Janma karma chame divyam evam yobeti tatataha. We have many instances in history illustrating Rishabdev's instructions. Shukracharya was rejected by Bali Maharaj due to his inability to save Bali Maharaj from the path of repeated birth and death. Shukracharya was not a pure devotee. He was more or less inclined to fruitive activity, and he objected when Bali Maharaj promised to give everything to Lord Vishnu. Actually, one is supposed to give everything to the Lord because everything belongs to the Lord. Consequently, the Supreme Lord advises in Bhagavad Gita 9:27, Jat karosi jat asnasi, jat juhosi dadasi yat, jat tapashyasi kaunteya, tat kurusho madarapanam. O son of Kunti, all that you do, all that you eat, all that you offer and give away, as well as all austerities that you may perform, should be done as an offering unto me. This is Bhakti. Unless one is devoted, he cannot give everything to the Supreme Lord. Unless one can do so, he cannot become a spiritual master, a husband, father, or mother. Similarly, the wives of the Brahmanas who were performing sacrifices gave up their relatives just to satisfy Krishna. This is an example of a wife rejecting a husband who cannot deliver her from the impending dangers of birth and death. Similarly, Prahlad Maharaj rejected his father, and Bharat Maharaj rejected his mother, Jananisa Nasa Syat. The word Daivam indicates a demigod or one who accepts worship from a dependent. Ordinarily, the spiritual master, husband, father, mother, or superior relative accept worship from an inferior relative. But ye reserved forbid this. First, the father, spiritual master, or husband must be able to release the dependent from repeated birth and death. If he cannot do this, he plunges himself into the ocean of reproachment for his unlawful activities. Everyone should be very responsible and take charge of his dependents, just as a spiritual master takes charge of a disciple, or a father takes charge of his son. All these responsibilities cannot be discharged honestly unless one can save the dependent from repeated births and deaths. Hare Krishna. In text 17, Lord Sabdev is speaking. If one is ignorant, if someone is ignorant and addicted to the path of samsara, how can one who is actually learned, merciful, and advanced in spiritual knowledge engage him in fruitive activity and thus further entangle him in material existence? In other words, those who are not teaching people to take up Krishna consciousness are not merciful. They are wicked and dangerous people. Anyone who is not teaching people how to love God is a dangerous person. Very wicked and not merciful. Because if a gentle person or someone is considered to be merciful, is seeing someone walking on top of the building. Someone is on top of the building and is walking. The next step, the person is going to fall off the building. And you don't tell people, stop, but continue. Who is that? A wicked and dangerous person. A merciful person will say, hey, my friend, stop! Because the next step, you are going to go off. So there are so many teachers, Prabhupada said, in this world, in the next world. So many teachers, what are they teaching us? What are they teaching us? Sense gratification. Continue to increase your suffering by continuing with the process of sense gratification. They are very dangerous. They are very dangerous people. Practically everyone in this material, Omagyana Timirandasya, Gyananjana Shalakaya. We are all blind people. All of us, conditioned souls in this world, we are all blind. Only a person who can teach us to give up these foolish activities we are doing, only that person is our friend and a well-wisher. All others are cheaters. This is what Elizabeth David is teaching. If a blind man is walking down the wrong path, who is not walking the wrong path in this world? Who? Who in this world is not walking a wrong path? Look, the whole world, All the billboards, where are they directing us to? All the billboards, all over the world. Unlimited billboards are there. Where are they directing all of us to? Happy is for your happiness. That is alcohol. You're not happy because you're not drinking half beer. Happy is for happiness. The best tobacco money can buy is Marlboro. There's a billboard all over the world. Marlboro cigarettes. Marlboro. The best tobacco money can buy is Marlboro. If you're not buying Marlboro, then your money is a waste. That is the leaders we are having all over the world. We are all blind, and we have blind leaders who are leading us in our blindness. They are dangerous people. Dave is saying they are not gentle people. They are not gentle people. Everywhere, look at people are teaching, especially these days, go to the net, so many people there speaking. What are they giving us? What are they giving? Increasing our ignorance. That is what we are getting today, increasing our ignorance. No one is interested in taking us away from our ignorance. They're helping to darken the darkness. That is what we are getting every day. If a blind man is walking down the wrong path, how can a gentleman allow him to continue on his way to danger? Including, look at the advices you get from our own parent. What is this advice we get from our parent, our own parent, biological parent, or extended parent? What advice do we get from them? Become a doctor. Go to America. It doesn't matter whichever way you're getting the money, just get it. Just get it. It doesn't matter. Everywhere people are encouraging sinful activities to get money. A decent person is very careful. A decent person considers his name, not the position. In Kaluga, people consider the position and forget the name. The name doesn't matter. This is the people we are having today. How can he approve this method? How? This is the method people are giving to them. No wise or kind man can allow this to happen. So when we look at our world today, look at the kind of friends we have, look at the kind of advices we're getting from people around, our friends. Who are they, according to the surveys? Who are they? Blind people, wicked people, dangerous people. Yes, envious people. The advice we get from people, what is the advice people are giving to us? The advice. What advice do we get from people, our family members? Why you want to escape this suffering? Stay here, let us suffer peacefully together. Why you want to live here? Let's celebrate our ignorance. Let's suffer together. When are you going to get married? When are you going to get married? When? When are you going to get married? time is going. I want you to suffer like me. Ask him how he is happy with his position. Do we check to see that? You are advising me to do what you are doing, but what is your situation in what you are doing? Who asked this question? Nobody asked this question. We simply follow, and they're speaking as if they care about you. Just dump you there. Whatever happened, that is a problem. I'll finish my responsibility. Push you into the suffering situation, then I'm free with my responsibility to continue with my sense gratification. You continue to suffer. It's not a good advice. They are all dangerous people. All dangerous people. One should be very careful. The only person who can give you advice is a pure devotee of Krishna. Letter of instruction, Rupa Goswami said. The essence of all advice is what? What is the essence? One should nicely, that's what he used. One should nicely, he didn't say you should chant Hare Krishna. One should nicely chant Hare Krishna mantra and you should hear. This is the essence of advice. Anything outside this is not advice. It is not advice. Any religion, any organization which is not teaching the followers how to love God is dangerous. It's dangerous. That is dangerous. In the whole material, the spiritual world, the most important thing is what? Pure love of Godhead. It's only pure love of Godhead. Nothing which is like every other thing is available. Everything. Lord Rukshav is sitting and sense gratification is available for all species of life. All species of life have their facilities for sense gratification. So it is not a new thing. Look at all the species of life. Which one is not gratifying senses? Is it only human beings? All species are perfectly doing it. What is difficult to find is those who are not in the path of sense gratification. That is what is difficult to find. Every other person, every other thing is available. So Rukshav is opening our eyes. And in this slok, which the Prabhupada quote always, in many places, Guru Nasa Sya. One should not become One should not become Lord Rukshav didn't say one should not become a guru. He didn't say that. What does he say?
Irresponsible.
There is no space for cheaters in Krishna consciousness. No space for cheaters in Krishna consciousness. Taking a position without being responsible is criminal offense. It's criminal. So he's not saying that one should not become a spiritual master. He's saying one should not become irresponsible person. Because being a spiritual master means we have the interest to deliver those whom we are taking. Papa said, there are many spiritual masters, but Rukshav advises that one should not become a spiritual master if he is unable to save his disciple on the path of birth and death. That's what it means. A spiritual master must have the quality to deliver the disciples. What is that? The spiritual master should not flatter his disciples. He must tell the disciples what is needed, not what we want to hear, but what we need to hear. That's a guru, not a flatterer. He's a good doctor who will treat a disease without remnant. He will remove it completely. That's a good doctor. That's a special master. He will not leave the disciples in darkness. A guru, what must be powerful to destroy the ignorance in the consciousness of the disciples. That's a guru. He must do that. Then he's a special master. Otherwise, he's a cheater. Putting on the dress, but he's a cheater. He's a cheater. Unless one is a pure devotee of Krishna, he cannot save himself from the path of repeated birth and death. Then how can he deliver? He cannot deliver himself. How can he deliver others? What's the potency to do that? I don't have power to remove what is on my eye. How can I see we are on to have to remove it? I must have the ability to clean my eyes. Then I will be able to see what is also in our own eyes. My eyes is full of, I cannot see properly. So many dirt in my eyes, I can't see properly. How will I see dirt in my own eyes? Unless I can see properly, then I can help you to see properly. That is a guru. Yes. He is not a cheater. He is the lover of people because he has love for Krishna. He also loves Krishna's children. And he must do his duty to deliver them. This is guru. So it is said he is a representative of Krishna. He's a representative, representing Krishna. One who represents Krishna must have Krishna's authority, his power, to deliver Krishna to those who listen to him. Here in the material world, if you are representing a company for their product, you must deliver their goods. You cannot deliver some other goods except the product of that company you represent. So many people are teaching about God. What is their qualification for God, for representing God? That someone comes to us who will be able to hear message of Krishna, that one will become Krishna conscious. Prabhupada did that. So many Bhagavad Gitas all over the world. No one person became a devotee. So Prabhupada Bhagavad Gita makes the world devotees. That is the potency. He's a pure representative of Krishna. He can deliver Krishna. This morning he said, these Mayavadis who claim to be God, they cannot deliver God because they themselves do not know who is God. Advaita Acharya, he brought Krishna because he knows Krishna. So he has the power to bring him here because he knows him. But Mayavadis does not know Krishna. How will they bring him? And we are adding, they say he's light. So if he's light, how will you call light to come here? Light will hear you. Hey, Mr. Light, I want to go to Krishna. Mr. Light, too, can you show me Krishna? The Lord will answer you. Only a person will answer. So because a pure devotee is perfectly representing Krishna, he can give us Krishna. So Advaita called Krishna to come here to help us. And he came. He came. So a pure representative of Krishna can give us Krishna. And how do we know? A pure devotee will send us back to where? Krishna. After quitting this body, after quitting this body, Mahameti will come to Krishna. We are not going anywhere. It is Krishna he will send us to because he has Krishna and he trained us for Krishna. It is Krishna that he will send us to. One can stop birth and death only by returning back home, back to Godhead. However, who can go back to Godhead unless he understands the Supreme Lord in truth? Janma karma tame divyam eva yo beti ta ta ta. Two things. There are two things. Janma and karma. Krishna didn't give us million things. Two things he gave. If you do these two things, but these two things, even one lifetime cannot cover it. Try to understand Krishna's appearance. Is it not mysterious? How Krishna appeared, is it not mysterious? One lifetime you can be able to understand. And the activities Krishna performed, just one activity, unlimited thing, unlimited activity. So if we, Krishna is telling us, if we absorb ourselves in two things, Mahameti will come to me. And who gave it to us? Prabhupada gave this. This is what knowledge Prabhupada gave. Because he came from Krishna, he can give us Krishna. Advaita came from Krishna, he can call Krishna here. And Krishna came and delivered. Chaitanya came and gave us this process. Because his devotee brought him. Yes. We have many instances in history illustrating his Savdev's instructions. 1. Shukracharya was rejected by Bali Maharaj due to his inability to save Bali Maharaj from the path of repeated birth and death. Shukracharya was not a pure devotee. He was more or less inclined to fruitive activity, and he objected when Bali Maharaj promised to give everything to Lord Vishnu. The spiritual master is bona fide. If he is teaching us how to love God, he's showing us the path of pure love for Krishna by engaging us in devotional service to Krishna. So if someone is telling us not to do Krishna Bhakti, who is that person? An enemy. It's an enemy. It doesn't matter who the person is. Any person who does not encourage our Krishna consciousness is our enemy, should be rejected. Should be rejected. Should be rejected without regret. Without regret. No regret. We should do it happily. So Shukracharya is telling Bali Maharaj, this boy standing here is Lord Vishnu. Do not give him what is asking you, because he is standing here for the interest of the demigod. Don't give him anything. But myself, Lord Vishnu has come to my house. Vishnu in my house. And he's begging me something. Lord Vishnu is begging me for something. So I should not give him. No, I will give him. Provided he's Vishnu, I will give him. In other words, he rejected his guru. You are not qualified to be the guru because instruction is don't give anything to Vishnu. Don't serve Lord Vishnu. Don't become a devotee. You should be against Vishnu like me, which will hate Vishnu. So Bali Maharaj said, I will accept Krishna, I will reject you. He's glorified. He's glorified. Actually, one is supposed to give everything to the Lord because everything belongs to the Lord. Consequently, the Supreme Lord advises in Bhagavad Gita, Jat karosi yad asnasi, Jat juhosi dadasi yad, Jat tapashyasi kaunteya, Tat kurusha mandarapana. O son of Kunti, all that you do, all that you eat, all that you offer, and give away, as well as all austerities that you may perform, should be done as an offering unto me. This is Bhakti. Bhakti is that everything is offered to Krishna. Everything. This sloka is not for devotee. This sloka is for encouraging people to become devotee. People are not interested in Krishna consciousness. This is an encouragement. You like to eat. Offer it to me first before you eat. Okay, so I'll give you, then I can take. Because I want to eat. Because I want to eat. Okay, I will give you. So, in this way, one is gradually becoming Krishna conscious. This Krishna is doing. So, Rupa Goswami mentioned, one should offer his or her favorite food to Krishna. Favorite. It is not pure. We should offer what Krishna wants to eat, not my favorite food. Those days, you say, one devotee, when he's hungry. You know, Prabhu, Krishna want to eat bread, Krishna like to eat bread. He want to eat bread, so he's giving advice. Every time you want to eat something, he will, no, Krishna likes to eat this, no. Yeah, we should offer to Krishna. It's not Krishna. It is what I want to eat, but I'm using Krishna. Krishna says, okay, that is all right. At least you are calling my name. Yeah, it's okay. Gradually, the more you continue to call my name, the more you get purified. And eventually, this mentality will be given up and will develop the right mentality. This is Krishna's causeless mercy, that he's tricking us to become devotees for our benefit. So he spoke this verse. And Prabhupada said, this is Bhakti, that everything we do, we should think of Krishna. Everything. See, in Jagannath Puri, people buy, before they wear a new clothes, they offer to Jagannath. They give to Jagannath. And Panduri Vidyanidhi saw that. What is this? Saru Damodara Goswami, they are childhood friends. They are childhood friends. Saru Damodara Goswami and Panduri Vidyanidhi. They are childhood friends. They are always together. Even in Jagannath Puri, they are always together. They always do everything together. They will go to see Lord Jagannath together. So they went to see Jagannath. And he saw they offer clothes from Loi Bazaar directly. So he said, these people don't know etiquette. How can they offer starch, unwashed, unclean clothes to Jagannath without etiquette? They don't know this is the Supreme Lord. Jagannath. This is an offense. Soro Damodara Goswami said, you see, my dear brother, Lord Jagannath knows what they are doing. And then, so Lord Jagannath knows. That means that we should also do a wrong thing because Jagannath knows. Well, if Jagannath doesn't like it, he can stop it. That is Jagannath is the Supreme Lord. He can do anything. But that does not mean we should do nonsense thing. They are doing wrong thing. On and on and on. They were arguing, they were talking. Whatever. Sarodamandara Goswami, he will refute it. They continue talking until they get to their room and sleep. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were laughing in his mind. He has taken his darshan and left them behind so they can do their pastime. So they went to sleep like that, with that consciousness. He went to sleep with that consciousness, thinking, how can they offer unwashed, unclean, starched clothes to Lord Jagannath without removing hat. This is not a good etiquette. They are misbehaving. Lord Jagannath is supreme. He can do anything. Whatever he like, he can do. But that does not give us right to do whatever we like. He's supposed to do the right thing. But these people are not doing that. He was thinking like that and he slipped off. So Balaram, actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came there with his brother Nityananda Prabhu and started giving him heavy punches. Punjabi then they said, "My Lord, what did I do? Your offense is unlimited. Your offense is unlimited. Why did you come here? You should go back to your village. Don't stay here. By staying here, you are going to destroy yourself. Better leave this place. Go back to your house. Don't stay here. You're worshiping me, and then you criticize my disciples. What is that? Go back to your house. Don't stay here." Excuse me, I cannot excuse you. I cannot excuse you. So his chin was swollen. The ring on Jagannath, on the shoe, gave a mark on his chin, both sides. When he woke up, swollen. And then he didn't come from Mangalati that morning. That's the only morning he didn't come from Mangalati. He didn't come because they beating in the night. Then the next morning, Shadow Damodara, "Hey, my friend, what happened? You didn't come from Mangalati. What happened?" So, my brother, if I tell you what happened, then when I look at it, what happened to us? My brother, you know, the discussion we had last night, Lord Jagannath and Balaram, two of them came, they were slapping me and punching me. I was begging them to stop, they didn't stop. The more I begged, the more they were shouting at me. So please, yes, I'm an offender. I'm an offender. Please, I'm an offender. I agree. I'm an offender. He said, "Go back to your place. Don't stay here." Shri Damodara Goswami say, my dear brother, you are the most fortunate person in the whole universe. Huh? The Lord personally did this to you. This never happened even to Lakshmi Devi, who is the personal associate. She never get this opportunity. You got it, my brother. I'm fortunate to have a friend like you. He was very happy to see the advancement of his friend. He was happy. They were celebrating their success together. This have never happened to Lakshmi Devi. Nobody, I have never had that the deity beat somebody in their sleep like this. This is a costless mercy. This is costly. You are so fortunate, my brother. You are very fortunate. Punjabi Vidyanidhi was very happy. Swami Damodara Goswami, very happy. This is Bhakti, Prabhupada said. This is Bhakti. What is Bhakti? What is Bhakti? Bhakti is the one who has Bhakti will appreciate others who have Bhakti. They appreciate each other. When there is no Bhakti, there will be envy. That is your karma. That the Lord beat you in a dream. Your problem is so huge that the Lord come and personally beat you. You are in Maya. It's envy. It's not philosophy, it's envy. That's envy. Shri Damodara Goswami didn't say that. He was happy. He appreciated. He was happy to see a god brother, god sister making advancement. I mean, we're happy. Like one of the ways you can understand where we are in our Christian consciousness, if we are happy with the progress of other devotees. That means progress. If you're not happy, do not be a leader. Don't be a leader if you are not happy with the progress. You're not going to be happy with the progress of the devotees. Don't be a leader. How are we going to teach devotees to be free from envy if we are envious of progress? In Nigeria, they say enemy of progress. They say you are enemy of progress. We shouldn't be enemies of progress. We should be happy with progress. Why? Because if we are happy with progress, we will also get progress. If you're not happy, you will not get progress. So here, Losar David is teaching us, unless one can do so, he cannot become a spiritual master, husband, father, or mother. These days, we are jumping into everything. We are making elaborate arrangement for wedding. Is it not? Sometimes borrow money to do wedding, huge amount of money to do wedding. What is the plan for our children in the Christian consciousness? What is the plan for our children? Our plan is to send our children to slaughterhouses. Look at the amount of money we spend for wedding. How much are we spending for the children? Should not be a husband. We shouldn't be a husband. But the Sabbath day is not saying we should not marry. That's not what he's saying. He's not saying we should not marry. We should be responsible men, responsible women. That's what he's saying. We should be responsible. Irresponsible life is animal life. Human life is a life of responsibility. We are accountable for what we do. And we know that what we're doing is a service of Krishna. That is bhakti. Whatever we do is a service for Krishna. That is the qualification for devotee to do anything. Similarly, the wives of the Brahmanas who were performing sacrifices gave up their relatives just to satisfy Krishna. They gave up. They ran away from their homes. It's immoral, but don't care. What is immoral? What is immoral? What is immoral? What is morality? What is immorality for Krishna? What is it? What is morality or immorality for Krishna? That does not exist for Krishna. Everything is morality for Krishna. That's what he said in Bhagavad Gita, right? When there is a devotee and Krishna, there's morality. That is morality. When there is Krishna and no devotee, immorality. Or devotee, no Krishna, immorality. But when there is devotee and Krishna, that is morality. Even if we see otherwise, yes, we will see otherwise because we are not devotees. A devotee will see Krishna and Krishna's pure devotional service only as a devotee. So the Brahmanas' wife gave up their relatives to hell with the husband, to hell with the relatives. They abandoned everything. That is bhakti. That one should give up everything for Krishna. That is called austerity. Bhogatyaga Krishna Pristye. Should give up everything to serve Krishna. Anything which is not helping our Krishna consciousness is rejected. This is a perfect example. This is an example of a wife rejecting husband who cannot deliver her from the impending dangers of birth and death. Now the money is said in the seventh canto. One is qualified to be sad by the wife if he is Krishna conscious. And the wife should serve that person. It's a devotee. Maybe it's not, there's no need. Similarly, Prahlad Maharaj rejected his father completely. And Bharat Maharaj rejected his mother, Janani Nasasyat. The word Devam indicates a demigod or one who accepts worship from a dependent. Ordinarily, the spiritual master, husband, father, mother, or superior relative accept worship from an inferior relative. But here, Sabde forbids this. Whatever we receive, we should use that to serve the dependent. The only authority we have for us to accept any offering is that we are going to use that offering to help the dependent who gave the offerings. We have to use it for their service. That is the only qualification. If we cannot do that, we are not qualified to accept any offering from anybody. Because if you take service from somebody, you are implicated. Whoever may be. You take service from somebody, you are implicated. You have to find a way to liquidate that debt. First, the father, spiritual master, or husband must be able to release the dependent from repeated birth and death. If he cannot do this, he plunges himself into the ocean of reproachment for his unlawful activities. Reproachment for his unlawful activities. Heavy chastisement is on our heads. Heavy. Two-thirds of all our sinful activities is on the head of who is leading. How many pure devotees you have in this world? Both outside and inside. You have 20 people on your group, 20 people, 100 people, two-thirds of each, their sinful activities is on your head. Either you know, you don't know, but you hear from the scripture. It's on the head. The same also with their pious activities. How many people are pious in this world? All are dangerous people. So we are carrying heavy load on our head. So Lord Isabdev, who knows this, is advising, don't carry the load you cannot carry, because it will push you down. So many people who are in the leadership position are going to hell because they cannot carry the load they have accepted. So it's not an easy or simple thing that I should be a leader, so everything is over to me first. Okay, will you be able to carry the reaction also? It's not just a simple thing like that. People don't know what is happening. Everyone should be very responsible and take charge of his dependents. Everyone should be very responsible and take charge of his dependent, just as a spiritual master takes charge of his disciple, or a father takes charge of his son. All these responsibilities cannot be discharged honestly unless one can save the dependent from repeated birth and death. Is Lord Sabdev's costless mercy for us. He's giving us protection so we don't fall into danger. We should know what we are trying to do. We should know. It's very, 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 very easy or wonderful thing for anyone to be a leader. Yes, I'm the leader of this group. I'm the leader of that group. Whatever leadership we are doing, any form of leadership we are doing, don't forget 2/3 of the sinful activities are on our head. So if one is not a pure devotee, who is going to help to carry that load? If you are representing Krishna, then Krishna will carry the load. If you're not representing Krishna, we will carry it ourselves. And if we don't have the strength, patanti narake asocha, due to our unclean activities, we are gliding down to hell. Sukadev Goswami in the second canto of Bhagavatam. One may be a king sitting on the throne and having the crown on his head. If one is not a kingly, a saintly king, if one is not a devotee, that a crown is not a crown, it's a load to push one down to hell. So we should be devotee. In the true sense of it, devotee. A devotee of Krishna, pure devotee of Krishna, good intention, good activity, purposeful activities. Because we know what is it for. We want to please Lord Krishna. If we love Krishna and genuinely represent Krishna, you can carry the whole world on your head. The proper deed. You remember that past time? Somebody came, took plane, came to Vrindavan to come and meet Prabhupada. Because he had the Prabhupada Murti is kept. Oh, so many sinful people are going to touch you. They give you your sin. You should remove. Tell your disciple to remove it. Don't do that. He's very careful all the way. Long distance he came to come and tell Prabhupada, please don't allow your Murti to be there. They will give you all their sinful deeds. Prabhupada said, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. I came for this. Let them drop their sins. That's okay with me. He's representing Krishna. He has no problem with that because he's taking and giving to Krishna. Krishna will trash it out. But if one is not a pure devotee, that is a heavy load. Heavy load. You see, materially speaking, all those who have led the world in their country, all of them, after giving that position, all of them have terrible diseases. Terrible, chronic diseases from the sinful reaction they carry on their head. Mr. Nehru. What did he become? A dog in Sweden, ruling India. The next life became a dog, not a human being. In materially speaking, Sweden is a good, materially speaking, good country, but not even a human being, a dog in Sweden. What is the value of that? What is that? Eh? The dog will? Stay in AC air conditioning. That's punishment. That's punishment. Yeah, you can see the air condition, it's okay. You can see big skyscrapers. And then, dog. What is that? A dog. And then the air condition. And then what? A dog in air condition. What is that? What will air condition do? Dog. This is dangerous. This is dangerous. It is not just a simple thing like this. It's very, very dangerous and risky. All of them are difficult. In Christian consciousness also. If we are in leadership position in Christian consciousness, even as a devotee, If we are not using our leadership position very, very carefully, we have problems. We have problems. Chronic disease and all kinds of difficulties, all kinds of difficulty will weigh us down. Very risky, very, very risky. One must be very, very careful. So Papa said, I don't know if I said, everybody will be angry with me. But Sri Papa said that if my GVC does not do nicely, what happened to Yamaraj, it will happen, become Bidura. We should be bona fide leaders. Then we are free. Don't think that even a Hare Krishna devotee, you are free. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yeah, Hare Krishna, what is the quality of your Hare Krishna? What is the quality of our thoughts? Is our thinking Krishna conscious? Our activities is Krishna conscious? Only if everything about it is Krishna conscious that we are saved. Otherwise, it will happen to us. It is happening. But let us listen to Dev. Become a genuine devotee and save the world. Then you can have billions of disciples, no problem. Millions of wives, no problem. Million children, no problem. No problem. Sister Bhakti says what he said. I will have married 100 wives. I will have married 100, not one, 100 wives. If I have the guarantee that all my children will be devotees, 100 wives. Because I don't have the guarantee, let me just say myself. He's following a lot of Saturday teachings. He's following, not pretending, he's following his Saturday teachings. Since I'm not sure, let me just handle what I can do. Hare Krishna. It's hard. Very hard. Any comments? Okay. Yes. Many. All right.
From the beginning, thank you for the lecture, brother. The small comments. Prabhupada also said about, please forgive my not knowing where, in Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada was mentioning about ahimsa, that if you don't teach Krishna consciousness, you are committing hinsa. You are.
That is chapter 13, text 8.
18:8. Thank you.
13, 1, 3.
13.
Yes.
8. Another comment is someone asked some prominent personality here in Vrindavan if we can offer pizza to Krishna. So he said, if you love to eat pizza, then offer it to Krishna, because when you cook, you will put your pleasure potency there, and you can call Krishna. One thing is to offer it to, okay, I offer it to Krishna and use it to eat. But another thing, he said, just offer it, that is what you like to eat, but invite Krishna to come to you and eat together. So then love will manifest because you are giving your best and what you like to Krishna. And last comment was what you just said. About Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati was not ready to have wives and children because he was not sure. And on the other side, one of these days you ask your disciples to have 10 children.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
I've said many times, not only once. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati said that, yes. And I say that. So somebody whispered. He didn't ask me directly. Somebody whispered, "How will you take care of the children?" Difficult to take care of the children. I said, "Give them to me. I will take care." Yes. Bring. I will take care of them. Because I want to expand the family. The Muslims are expanding. The Hindus are shrinking. You don't see the danger. They don't like your deity. They are 10 times bigger than you. What will they do? They finish you in 2 minutes. That is cool coup. This is a cool coup they are planning. But we don't see what they're doing. So we want to meet up. We want to meet up with them. Yes. Bring the children, we'll take care. We want to increase our family. Devotees. Yes. Many children, many devotees, happy devotees.
One last comment, Gurudev. You mentioned that it was a degradation for Yamaraj to become Vidura.
Yes.
I was wondering why, because Vidura, we hide him in very high esteem and respect. And we can say also for Lord Brahma, who became Haridas Thakur. So how we can understand this?
Yes, that's very good. Very good. When Yamaraj became Bidura, yes, spiritually, devotionally, you know him is a devotee in the society who knows him as a devotee. It's a Shudra. That is how Duryodhana addressed him. That's how he was addressed like that. And therefore, he does not have any share of the inheritance. He doesn't have. Everything the family is shared, but he doesn't have because he is a sort of a kept mistress. So in the material world, in the social world, he has no place. Devotionally, we know he is a great devotee, and he really did a great work, powerful in preaching and deliver. But materially speaking, he not recognized. The same with Haridas. When he speaks, the devotee will accept. Why that Brahmana had problem with him? You are Shudra, you are speaking to we Brahmanas. This is Kali Yuga. Why should I wait for Kali Yuga? It's already happening. This is already happening. That is Shudra and I speaking philosophy for us Brahmanas to hear. This is Kali Yuga. He didn't see Lord Brahma. What he saw is Shudra. Yavara. So suddenly that problem is there. Devotionally we see it. So it's a big humiliation. He accepted it and he get purified. So purified that what he couldn't do as Brahma, he did it very easily as a devotee. So that credit is there. Right? Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. I'm sorry, I have to. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.